What is going on, YouTube? I am back. Bryce Builds It All, your favorite AMPIA and Part 147 instructor, working on my motorcycle yet again. I'm sure some of you are tired of it, but I don't care. This is for me. Anyways, the last major piece that I need to fabricate for this for this bike is the headlight fairing. Now, I already made the tail fairing. I'm going to be doing something very similar. I'm still using aluminum and rivets just like I did for that. I've kind of got my base template on here, kind of what I want it to look like. From the front, you can see it. I'm kind of going for just like a simple 80s, 70s and 80s look, something you might have seen. And now what I need to figure out is the side piece. So my plan for this side piece is to use this bracket here with 2 screws, and I'm gonna come up and I'm gonna have just sort of this nice little finish panel for each side. But I have to figure out what that looks like, and I think I'm gonna come forward to kind of enclose the bottom part of the headlight, and then I'm gonna follow that edge there, and then I'll probably just stitch a couple rivets into it on each side, like here and here, to hold it. And then from the front, visually, or from here visually, it'll give me a nice headlight or a nice fairing. And I'll figure out the height of it later. Really, all this is gonna do, if I'm completely honest, is deflect the wind directly into my face. So it's more aesthetic than anything else. But I'm gonna see if I can make some templates for this. I'm using a little CAD, cardboard assisted design. So I'm gonna make a couple little templates for this side, and I'll get back with you. Make sure you stick around. We'll have this in aluminum very soon. Okay, I'm just gonna make one side perfect, and then I'll just duplicate it for the other side. But I got it on there, so now I'm just gonna go ahead and sit on it and make sure I like the way it looks in the riding position. Okay, I can't really think of a good way to do this other than to just do it. So here goes nothing. Ooh, look at that. Now, it needs a lot of sanding because of course it does. But what I did, you got this nice little shape to it, right? So what I did is I had to clean my slip roller up, but then I put it through the slip roller a couple times to get that roll shape on it. And then I put a line where it's gonna end up, and I just put a nice little crease in it right there on each side so that it can attach. Now, like I said, it needs a lot of sanding. Everything I do does. I always cut it extra long because I eyeball it, and then I sand it until it looks absolutely perfect. And maybe I'm gonna do a whole video on like the aesthetics of a cafe racer and what looks good and what doesn't, because there's a lot of subtle things on this bike that you probably won't notice, but to your eye looks very appealing. Like, for example, this angle in this frame matches the angle on the tail. The tail ends directly at the top of the tire. If you drew a line straight down, it hits at the top of the tire, right? That angle there on the top of the seat, if you follow it all the way up, goes up to the front of the headlight fairing. The headlight fairing is gonna match the angle of the forks. And then that's gonna go down and draw a line directly to the fender, where the fender is gonna get chopped, right? So your brain likes that kind of symmetry and makes something look a lot more, I guess beautiful would be the word, aesthetically when you're looking at it, because everything's nice and symmetrical. So I'm gonna do a whole bunch of sanding, but I'm gonna take a break, go inside for a minute, get some air conditioning, get some coffee, maybe some water, all that good stuff, and then I will sand that to it till it fits. But that is really the last huge piece that I need to fabricate. The only thing left really is to take the rear pegs off. I might cut them off and put an exhaust on it. And then I got these pegs off of Amazon. They're just some cheap aluminum ones, and I'm gonna drill the mounts for the original pegs, and I'm gonna mount them here. So I'll get rid of these and I'll have some nice billet aluminum pegs on there. And then I'll chop the fender. Oh, I'm so excited. I'm absolutely loving the way it looks. But there is one problem. So all I've done really off camera, after I cut it out, I still need to do a lot of sanding on it, was I bolted it in right here and right here. I sort of held it in place with my hands. I drilled the holes, I put it on, and then voila, there's the headlight fairing. But my issue with it now is it's too tall, right? I don't like how tall it is. So I've taken a Sharpie and I've Sharpied a lower line. I made a little template of the profile that I want, and then I drew that lower line on it. And now I'm liking the top one because I feel like the top one kind of puts it in line with the speedometer and the handlebars and everything else, which is actually kind of right here, which is actually where I'm wanting it. And I feel like just having that inch shaved off the top will make the headlight fairing look so much shorter. Because right now, if you put a string from the top of this headlight fairing to the back of this tail, it's not just the highest thing on the bike. It doesn't even match this. This comes in and intersects somewhere in the middle of that. So either way, it needs to get cut down. So I'm gonna do that next. Now, I am gonna cut this off the bike. I just wanna start the top so I can see how it looks and decide if I wanna use that lower line. I'm pretty sure I don't, but I'm just gonna start by cutting it flat across the top and seeing what I think. That's a sanding wheel. I'll be right back. Okay, that right there, I feel like looks so much better, and I haven't even rounded it yet. I just, literally all I did was cut it kind of straight across, but from every view now, the windshield, or the fairing is not overpowering the rest of the motorcycle. It's still kind of tall, but don't get me wrong, it's not overpowering the rest of the motorcycle. And when I cut this off, I think it's really gonna help sort of blend it in to the front of the bike. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull this off, and I'm gonna follow this line. I'm gonna cut it, I'm gonna sand it all down. I need to build a bracket for the back side of it for the headlight, and then I need to mark all of this, and I need to sand this out because this is super rough. So I'm probably gonna do some of that off camera. This is one of those times where you just take your time, work slow, mark it, cut it extra wide, and then sand down, do the line. That looks 10 times better. It's those subtle little changes, like taking an inch off the headlight fairing, that make all the difference. Don't worry, this is getting painted black. If you've been thinking about that orange, I'm gonna change it. So next thing I'm gonna do is cut down this fender, and I've got some stuff set up for that. Let me show you. Okay, we have a couple of things going on here. One, I've taken this string and I've marked the center of the fender all the way back to the fork. So now that I have the center of my fender marked, I'm going to figure out where I want this to end. And I have two options. I can either end at the center of the axle, which would be about here, which would look really good, or I can end in the same plane as the windshield. So I'm going to take this string here, and I'm going to come down, and I'm just going to go until it touches this, carefully working it back and forth until I find where I'm happy, which is about right there. So now that I have that mark here, if I drew this line straight down, this is where the headlight fairing would intersect the fender. Now, I've taken this piece and I've kind of cut it to follow the contour of the front of the fender, and I've folded it in half like this, and then I've marked the center of it with a Sharpie. So now what I can do is I can sort of make sure this Sharpie is nice and straight. I'm going to lay this in here like this. And the cardboard does not have a lot of flex to it, so that's all right. I'm just going to start by marking this out like this. Bam. I'm going to try to do this other side without messing it up. Bam. Okay, now we'll pull all this off, and we'll go ahead and get the grinder and cut it. Okay, it's time to do the back. Now, fortunately for the back, or for the bottom, it's rinse and repeat. I went ahead and I bolted it back in there just so that it's clamped and so that I can cut it, but I took the same template that I used for the front, and now I've swapped it. I've spun the fender around, I've marked it, and I'm just gonna cut it again. So there you go, everybody. The fender is cut down. Let me show it to you real quick. The fender is cut down, both front and rear. Looking real good, looking real chopped. That's kind of what I was going for. The windshield is now chopped, the tail fairing is made, the wiring harness is basically finished, which means there is only one thing left to do. And that is, it is time to start taking it apart, cleaning things up, and painting. So now the plan is I'm gonna paint the engine silver. All of the polished cases and all the polished pieces of the engine, I'm actually gonna brush, and how I'm gonna do that is by wet sanding with some 400 grit sandpaper and giving it a nice brush look. It will match this sort of aluminum. Now this aluminum is getting painted, the headlight fairing, the tank, the tail, the fender, it's all gonna get painted yellow. I've got a paint scheme in mind for it that I haven't showed on camera, but I gotta rebuild the caliper, I gotta replace a couple of parts, I need to order a brake line, but the build part of the motorcycle is done. There is really nothing left to fabricate except for the rear pegs, maybe an exhaust, but I don't know that I will have time to do any of that before the Hill Country Rally for Kids this year. So that is gonna do it all for this one. Make sure you leave us a like, leave us a comment, subscribe, all of that good stuff. I'm gonna be back to making some aircraft content very soon. I've got some shirts and stuff on the website. This is one of them. This is Bomber Babe. It is inspired by my wife, who is a redhead. So anyways, that's gonna do it all. Make sure you get one of these. As always, go build something and be easy.